Childhood days, same college, same street. Neighbors and best friends, hearts in sync with me. Like twins, we laughed, the world fell. You are listening to the RosyBlue Room.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel.
Hi guys.
When we are done with the highs, let's proceed into our second episode. So, we are creating a series in which today will be our first episode. The series name is
Adulting is a scam.
Every Day Like an Adult Feels Going Back to the school of life. In our first episode of this series, we are taking a topic of things we should have learned at school. So let's start with our first video of the series and second
Yes.
video of the channel.
As Chinu was saying, let's go back to school. So we are literally taking you back to school. Now that I look back, I learned many things from my school life. Of course, we learn a lot of things from our school life, but I feel like the growth, the mental growth, the concept of growing and thinking and logical reasoning, all those things I learned after I passed out of school and went to my junior college or degree. Like, as I progressed into my studies and my life, I realized, yeah, there are many things which I should have learned when I was in school, or at least I should have some ideas about those things. But yeah, that's life, I'll say, for me. Some young listeners would be influenced by those things.
Life is a constant process of falling down and getting up and learning from everything that made us fall down. Let's give you a little background about our school life in our school. I was in a vernacular medium throughout my school. After fourth standard, I opted for semi-English, which is, let me give you idea for people who have no idea what semi-English is. Semi-English means you study science and math in English and obviously English in English.
Like, you learn English in English only, okay?
No, but apparently you don't learn English in English only, but it's supposed to be learned like that. But our English, which we learn, is up to the standard of vernacular mediums English and not to the standard of English mediums English because still it's a vernacular medium school. My first language in school was Marathi, vernacular medium, Marathi medium school I was in. And then I was in same English. I think that's pretty much it for a background for my school. Let's go with Harshali's.
I was in a school. Okay, I was in a school. Oh my God. I was in English medium school. Like many of you guys, I believe. Especially if you're from Mumbai, you must be in an English school. Yeah, I know there are people who have learned in different, like Chinu. It's medium, we say it. Yeah, medium.
Mediums.
Yeah, I was in an English medium school, basic English medium school, where I learned every subject in English. Even though my medium of language, we say, was English, and I was writing my papers in English. Still, my vocab was not that good. We were encouraged in our school to speak in English with each other, but frankly speaking, we know we don't do that for at least our generation. Okay, because now I'm looking at the younger generation and they are amazing. Like,
They're so good.
my cousins and their children, they go to like playgroup nursery or Montessori. It's called
Fancy
Montessori,
playgrounds.
by the way. So
Montessori.
they have a command on the language, and here I am, who has never been that confident in public to speak in English as a child in school, even though I was from an English medium school. As a child, Harshali. Oh, I'm talking about the Harshali in past. If you come and meet me and talk to
Lil
me and be like,
Harshali.
yeah, and you go like, from which school you are, and that I'll answer it in my native language. I'll give you every answer in my native language. And now that I think about, I was an English medium, but was I really in an English medium school? But that's it. That's, I'll say, that was my school experience, and people really love their school life and school friends, and they have like bond with them, and they are still friends with them. I am not. Like I only have one friend from my school life, and that's it. I was waiting for my school life to end. I was like, done. Like when I'll go into the real world. Like 10th standard Harshali's, a little bigger Harshali's dream.
When I was a kid, I would look up to the girls who would go to college with this stars in my eyes, with like sparkle eyes. I would look at them like, oh my God, you go to college, you pass school. I can't wait to grow up and do everything that I love because I just don't want to be in school anymore. I just want to get out of school and live life. And now that I'm living life, I just want to go back to school. Like how simple the life was when we were in school. We had a routine. We would get up. So my school was not morning school, so I would not get up early, but we would get up and get ready and go to school and then come back and sleep. And how simple the life was. That was the time when I was waiting to grow up and get out of that loop. And here I am, grown up. I'm thinking how wonderful the life was. But there are still many things that we do not learn at school. I know life is a constant process of learning things. So, this is our topic. Apart from learning algebra and not choosing a career in algebra, is
Maths.
I think math basically. Me and Harshali, we both were in arts college. But other than that, there are many things which should have been learned at school. So as young adults, we would live life more easily, is what I believe. First one goes without saying, which comes kind of with a personality development. But that's a way broader aspect of saying that. The simple line would be the power of saying no. Not everybody is confident enough to say no throughout the life. I have seen many people which are not that extroverted and not that confident enough to say no to things so that they end up following their friends or everybody they hang out with wherever they want to go, and they somehow do let them take their life choices because they just want to follow because they can't say no.
A simple word no, and it's a really simple word. It's just two letters, but people tend to like be scared of the society of or maybe their parents or anything like what will people think about. I guess that's their point of view when they think before saying no.
There are multiple aspects in which we can say there are so many little things.
He or she should know that from now they are the person who wanna carry on their life with them, and they are the decision maker of their own life. So you should know how to say no.
We hope that you take in charge of your own life, be it whatever it is. I was reading the other day that there are personality development classes. I thought it's very funny. Then I looked at it from another perspective and I was like, okay, it's so funny that you have to go to such a class to develop your personality, which should have been done at school.
So in conclusion, we will say you should learn how to say no. We are hoping that from whatever we said,
More confident about saying no in situations that you don't
yeah.
feel like saying yes. Saying no comes with having the ability of saying no and having confidence about speaking and talking. That brings us to how to have proper communication skills. And we also don't think that we are taught about that in school. I don't know, I'm quite embarrassed to say this, but I was quite shining bright student. I was kind of teacher's favorite, and I would always go to this amazing competitions and come back with trophies and prizes. My parents play a very huge part in developing my personality. School also pushed me ahead and supported me. I cannot relate this with everybody else in my class or from my school because that's not the case for everybody else. We have Harshali's case and it's quite different.
Chinu said, she was the shining star of her school. There were few students in my batch as well. Like we were from different schools. Okay, we were not in the same school. From my school, also in my batch, there were students like Chinu who were participating in competitions, bringing awards, going for interstate competitions and everything, and doing drawing and doing dance and music and everything. There were kids motivated to get prizes and bring honor to our school. But I was not this child who will bring certificates and awards for our school. I don't know. It happened to me. I'm not trying to blame it on my school, but teachers, they were only focusing on these kids who were bringing prizes and awards. I was left alone. I was on annual days also. I was like playing very small extra roles in the plays where the child is just going like, ha ha, wala. So I don't know. Those were the roles I was playing in annual days. There was one professor. She posed to me to perform in a dance, made me dance that year, and that was the annual day where I actually had practiced and performed for the annual day, and I was really happy. There are few teachers who care about the entire batch. There are many teachers who will care about only those kids who will bring them grades. I was the lost child in my school. This best friend is also academically gifted. My school best friend was academically gifted, but she was cool. I love her. I'm in still contact with her. As I said, I only have one friend left, and I'm in still contact with her. And like it was just we were going to school just because we could see each other. Like my motivation to go to school was her, and her motivation to go to school was me. That's it. And we were like so ready to get out of school because like we were so suppressed and we were so bored in that school. Maybe it was my school. I'm not even trying to blame it. Maybe it was really my school, and I was not in a great school, I say. I never got the confidence to speak from school. Whatever I am right now, whatever I'm doing this, even this is something I developed after school. It's on us at the end of the day.
Yes, that is the point we are trying to come at. I think it's always about how much you can push yourself out of boundaries and make yourself grow as a person and not let those hurdles come into your way and not giving reasons like, oh, this is because I didn't learn that at school. This is because whatever reasons you can think of. You also give these reasons to yourself. Like there are so many times that I also give these reasons to myself in different scenarios. But I think it's about life and doing whatever you love and whatever you think that will make you shine as Harshali is constantly growing her personal strength, personal capacities of public speaking and conversation skills in general. I mean, if you look at her right now, you would never think that she would be the shyest kid in her school, but she made herself grow, and I think that's all what life is about. For
Yeah,
me, I had this one really great friend. We're still friends, very thankful for that. But we both were kind of shining stars of the school, so the same story. Me and my best friend from school, we were the people who would go for inter-school at interstate, inter-zonal competitions and come back with trophies. So I can't much relate with what Harshali just said, but as you guys know, we have always been friends since our childhood, best friends since our childhood. So whenever she would tell these things to me, that would open a different, broader perspective of life for me. So now I can definitely see because when we are in school, we are so worryless. We do not have to think about serious life problems at that point. So we have a lot space for personal growth and personality and everything. But when you are suddenly pushed into real life and you are expected of having to know everything about life when you're just turning 18 or you're just becoming a young adult, it's very hard and it's very tough. But you start somewhere. Some people start at McDonald's.
that some person is me. So I went to McDonald's with my school best friend, and there was one more friend. This is the story from when we were in 10th standard, by the way. And we were like, okay, we have to order. Who's gonna order? Okay, so we were like the group of friends who were not that confident children. and they both pointed at me and were like, "You are more braver than us. You go." And I was like, "Why should I go?" They're like, "No, no, you are confident in us. You should go. You should go. You will order. Okay, we believe in you." And then I went to the counter and the guys asked me as usual, like, good morning or whatever. I don't remember the time when I went.
Good morning, ma'am. What burger will you have today?
I was blank for a few seconds because I was like, I never ordered at any place in my entire life. So I was like, okay, then give me anything. And he gave me the breakfast menu because he saw that I was scared and like I was confused. And he suggested that take some fries and that some neck puff, and I don't remember what he said. I only remember that I freaked out. Now I am this person who will go to any counter and be like, give me this, give me that. I don't want that meal. No, no, I don't have money for your meals. Your meals are too expensive. I'll do that. And that day I realized that, yeah, I don't know how to be out there in society. I just learned how to live, but I never learned how to be out there in society and be confident and have conversation with people. And what is there to be scared of a person who is providing a service to me?
McDonald's person.
I've seen many people getting scared at McDonald's because just because they start with English with you. That is a big dilemma in our country also, where we expect from everyone to speak in English. If you can't speak in English, it's fine. Just be confident and हाँ भैया मुझे वो burger चाहिए और मुझे वो fries चाहिए. It's not about language, it's about your own confidence at the end of.
There are these people which they just force themselves to speak in English because they think it's a standard to speak in English. Like ऐसे भी होता है ना कि आपको अगर नहीं इतने अच्छे से आती है इंग्लिश तो आप हिंदी में बात कीजिए, सामने वाले को समझ आनी ही चाहिए क्योंकि हम इंडिया में रहते हैं, राइट? तो हिंदी
Yeah.
में बात कीजिए, हिंदी में नहीं तो जिस भाषा में आप बोल सकते हो उस भाषा में बात कीजिए कि हिंदी तो सबको समझ आती ही है वैसे. इट्स अ पॉइंट दैट वी आल्सो डू नॉट लर्न एट स्कूल बिकॉज आई थिंक आई वाज फ्रॉम वन act medium and obviously even if you're not from one act medium I think it's just always perceived that okay, English is a language you're gonna make your living around. So if you wanna make a good living, you should learn English. Which is true, which is true. If you're going for jobs which prefer English, being confident in whatever we speak and however we can speak, so that eventually we can make ourselves more confident in speaking other languages, which is English and maybe some foreign languages if you guys learn or speak.
Speak whatever language you want to speak, learn whatever language you want to learn. If your job requires English, I can understand you need to learn English.
In a metropolitan city like Mumbai, what reminds me of basic skill is also cooking skill. In my school, we used to have these days when we would make sandwich at school. Teachers would tell us to bring bread and butter and ingredients to make sandwich, and we would make sandwiches, we would make bhel, and everybody, like girls, guys, everybody did learn somewhat cooking in our school. It's not like technically cooking because it's not like a gastronomy class. We didn't get a chance to light the stove and properly cook the things, but we did have a push, even guys. It's not just a gender role, it's a basic necessity.
This was never in our school. So yeah, I'll say Chinu school gets a plus point for that.
I was not in a very fancy school, but our school did teach us that. I don't know how many people use that in real life right now, or I don't know how many people have to use that in real life, but there are always times when you want to eat something so delicious, and then so it's case for me. I don't know if it's case for anybody else. I like my own taste. I love the food I make. And there are times that I just love that particular taste and I cannot get that taste anywhere else. I just love to cook by myself and I just love to eat what I love to eat, that particular taste that I love. And I'm very thankful to be able to cook whatever I like. Harshali has also learned to cook all her favorite foods since years now.
Also, now that we are on this topic, it's very common for girls to learn cooking very early in their life, and like their family encourages them to learn cooking.
It's kind of perceived as a gender role.
You need to learn how to cook early because you have to feed your family once you are grown up. When you get married, who will cook for them? You are the person who will cook for them. And me and Chinu, we always thought like, why? We hope that our husband knows how to cook.
I am not marrying anybody that thinks that cooking is just a gender role.
Neither do I.
I have seen this thing throughout my life. My father cooks. My father can cook everything he likes. My father, there are times my father just makes entire meal and me and my mother sit and eat.
In my house, my mother cooks, obviously, as an Indian middle class household I have grown in. And she's a really good cook. Like I just love her food. She's amazing. And I'm a non-vegetarian, so the chicken is amazing at my home. But my father knows basic things. He knows how to cook rice. He knows how to make dal. He knows how to make, and that's how we both grew up in a family where like her father who knows how to cook everything, and my father who knows basic things to cook, but he will cook it. He will not say that no, no, it's not my job to do because I'm a man. He will do it. He loves to do it. Rather, he when I'm cooking something in kitchen, he's very excited. He will come in the kitchen and ask me what's this ingredient, what's that ingredient. Then, okay, so what flavor do we get from this? He's very interested in cooking. He does this cute things of making omelette for us. Like in my house, my father makes omelette for my mother. Okay, and it's cute. And I've heard from my friends and their life that no, no, my father doesn't even pick up a glass at home. And no, no, he doesn't come in the kitchen only. That is my mother's and my nanny's place or grandma's place to be in. My father is not even allowed in the kitchen. My grandmother gets really upset when he's in kitchen, and I'm like, what?
I love this thing when people say and use words like allowed. I love it. But I understand totally that there are certain skills that you're not good at. There might be some people which are not good at cooking, be it regardless of gender. And if you're not really great at cooking, please don't burn water. I know some people who burn water, and I don't want to drink burnt water.
If you're burning water and the vessel is burnt, your mother is gonna beat you with that exact vessel in your head. So don't do that. Okay. If you are in India and if you are living with your parents and you are burning a utensil at home, you are dead meat. So don't even try. Get a supervision with you, like supervisor with you, some mother, sister, friend, father, if he knows how to boil water, then keep someone with you and learn. Yeah.
Yeah, don't light up your kitchens, guys. Lives are very precious, okay?
Yeah. And if you survive, your mother is gonna kill you anyways.
But I know somebody who's a guy who happens to be a guy, entertainment industry. He's an actor, okay? And he moved away from his house. He lives in a different state and he's living here alone in Mumbai. And I don't know about his past life. I don't know if he knew how to cook in his back in his home, like when he was in school. But right now he cooks whatever he likes and he eats it, and it's so cool. It's so cool. And that's a story for, I think, people living out of their houses, away from homes. And there are so
Bachelors.
many wonderful people that bachelors, and there are so many wonderful people that cook by themselves and don't think of it as just a gender role. And I'm so, so, so proud of all those people. But if you don't have a certain skill and you think that you will never be good at it, I am not good at driving and navigating and directions and
Oh
maps things.
my God. I'm the most frustrated human being on this planet when I'm traveling with her. Cause my frustration level is at peak. So basically I drive by scooty, not a four-wheeler yet. Like I have a license, but I don't have a practice for that. But I drive scooty and she sits behind me. I tell her, I give my phone, or I'll ask her to look up on the map whatever location we are going to, and she will open the map. She's like, yes, yes, I'll help you. Okay, and she will sit behind, and then she will say, go right, right, and she will direct but the direction is telling me to go left. Okay. And she will point to the left and she will say go to the right. So I'm like, bro, I can't. Okay, I can't at this point. So I have found a solution on this. I put earphones in my ear and I start the navigation voice lady. I drive and that lady is more helpful than her. Like literally, she'll go out for a month, go to some place, maybe go on a trip or something like that, and she will come back and she'll be like, something is new here. And not even a leaf has changed in that complex, but she will be like, oh, something is new here.
There's a thing called blind.
Yeah. Mm.
If I'm saying it, just never listen to me. But there's a thing called direction blind, and I think I am a person that it applies to. And obviously, they do teach you about the directions in school, and it's on me. I'm not very good at it. And no matter how much I try, I can never be good at it. It's a limitation, but I try my best. But there are other things that I don't believe you learn about your local directions and local stations and stuff like that when you are in school. And I think it would be so great if that would be taught at school so that you are good when you get out of the school. Like when we went to college, we stay in Mumbai, but and our college was stations apart from where we stay. But we had to like by heart all the stations because we didn't know. It's great if you travel with your parents, but if you have lived your whole life in a bubble where you stay and never went out to other parts of the city alone, it's so difficult to do that as a kid, and it feels like, oh my God, such a huge world, so many people that at school.
Learning Mumbai stations is very Mumbaikar thing, okay? Like if you are living in Mumbai, you have to. Traveling in Mumbai, if you are on budget, like if you do not have much money in your pocket, traveling in Mumbai, you are gonna travel by railway. And learning these stations is a part of it. Because the amount of people travel in railway and the amount of population I have seen going from one point of the city to another point is crazy. Like crazy. And you have heard this from many, 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 many people on internet who live in Mumbai.
They made so many reels about funny situations happening in ladies' compartment, in the general railway
Exactly.
train, and so many other things. And it's true. It's true. And when we
It's
were in college,
so
we were
true.
on budget. So we would go by train to our college,
Yes.
in our junior college, when we would go together. And
Yeah.
I don't think we ever learned that at school.
Yeah. Like
Snap up a video.
we never learn that we will be in a train and one lady will be fighting with the another lady, and you are in that entire fiasco sitting there going like, okay, they are gonna kill each other. We were in the train. I think on the 1st of Jan, the loving mothers with their 16, 17-year-old kids, boy kids sitting next to them. This was not the first time we have seen this. We have seen this many a times. We have those ladies don't get that.
And I do understand a point of carrying a baby with you, like taking your 5-year-old toddler with you, but letting accompany a full-grown son with you in a ladies' compartment. If I was that mother, it would be very uncomfortable for me to think that, oh my God, I'm like going with somebody that is almost a man into a ladies' compartment. I think that's a very funny story, but I don't think these people just get it. And when you try to tell them, they just do not get the point and they just want to exaggerate the thing. If you are in school currently and if your mother is taking you like that, please do not go into compartments like ladies'
Be
compartment if you're not young.
be
Okay,
the
just please go
sensible
to
be
general one.
be
Please.
the sensible child of your family, please. Just convince your mother to get into the general compartment with you and keep her company. She wants your company, let her be within your company, like be with you.
So we don't travel a lot by train these days, but when we were in college, we would. travel daily by train. And right now, we are very thankful that we don't have to travel every day by train because we have an option called metro these days.
Yes, I was
But
just gonna say that. I am a Metro card holder. I love Metro. I just take my card, swipe it, go inside the Metro, sit in the AC, and I'm happy child. So I love Metro. Okay.
I love her energy. I love Harshali's energy. The way she's saying, "I have a metro card," like she owns a American Black Express
Yeah,
card.
presidency.
But let her be. Life is
Yeah,
all about finding happiness in little moments,
yeah.
and that is what adulting teaches you. But adulting is really a scam, right, guys? If you have more stories about why you think adulting is a scam, or if you have relatable experiences, or you want to tell something interesting, please comment down in comment box. And
Adulting is a scam is a big topic. So hopefully we will able to cover more small topics under this big umbrella of a topic. We are making this into a series. Stay tuned for this series as well.
also, important note, guys, if you have a topic that you would want us to talk about, or you are interested if we would cover it about lifestyle, personal development, or other aspects which are not that serious, please put that down in comments and we will make a video about that. Or also, do you guys have more suggestions about what videos we should make more? And do you want a questionnaire about us every week that we put two videos in a week? If you have more suggestions like that, please let us know. And I think that's it for today.
Okay, that's it for today's video. We'll put our links in the description. Just follow us on Insta and like, share, subscribe on YouTube, please. And go listen to us on Spotify. We want listeners on Spotify as well. There are very few listeners on Spotify. So do that for sure.
We are soon gonna be live on Apple Podcast and other podcast channels. But as of now, we are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify as a podcast channel. So please check out all the social media apps I just said because I'm lazy to say all that again. See you on next Friday.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.